I don't understand how anything works. Now that's quieter than it was. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This home setup is overrated. The door's open. Right, that's it. That's it. Cancel everything. Cancel it. Close the door. Oh, baby Jesus. Oh, save me, baby Jesus. Oh, Cockney Jesus. Will you please have mercy on us all? Please. Oh, now the camera's not there. What the God almighty, what are you doing? Oh, sweet Mary, Mother of God. This is dreadful. Dreadful performance. Dreadful behaviour. Let's try a different battery in there then, I guess. Fucking piece of shit. I swear that was the charged one. Let's try this one, shall we? Let's try another one. Let's get this fucking absolute 2-bit waste of time and money for everyone concerned. I mean, what's the appeal? What's the point? You know, there. That's the right one, isn't it? Jesus, suffering fuck. I mean, this is just going from bad to worse. It's not enough to lose your livelihood. It's not enough to lose your friends, your job, your way of life. Now you gotta lose your fucking mind. Anyway, listen guys, it's Monday morning. I'm still here, in spite of the technical difficulties. And that's got to count for something, hasn't it? In a way, you know, that's got to count for... I don't know. Has it? Maybe it hasn't. What's going on? How is everyone? Are you all okay? Are you all healthy and happy and enjoying your lives, enjoying your isolation? Has anyone completely lost it yet? Let me know. Has anyone just gone over the edge, fallen off the cliff edge into oblivion? Do let me know. Get in touch with the show. The Skype is open if anyone wants to get in touch. Will at threshold.fm, add that on Skype and send it a message saying that you are available to cyber. I'll ask, of course, age, sex, location, and then we can get down to the finer points of, you know, whether or not you're really a 16-year-old girl or are you in fact a 45-year-old trucker, you know, just looking to have a good time, just looking to, you know, to get back on the horse, so to speak. I don't know, guys. I don't even know. Maybe I could move the chair over here a little bit. It'd be better. I don't know. What is Skype? Okay, guys. Yeah, kids are using Zoom these days. Zoom it's fine when it works. Same with Microsoft Teams, but there is always no less than 10 minutes of people going, hold on, can you send me the link? Send me the link again. What's the address for that? Hold on. Do I need to be logged in for this? Hold on, I can only see one person. Why can't I see everybody? How do you make it so I can see That's Zoom and Microsoft Teams. Skype, it's just like, the microphones don't work. No, you have to... Are you on a PC? Oh, you're fucked, basically. Yeah, don't even bother. Just phone me on the normal phone. Let's go old school. Go analog. Forget it. Oh yeah, you do. You do need a paid account with Zoom and a skilled host. Yeah, you need a hostess with the mostess on Zoom. This is clearly not a fucking thing, is it? Let me plug this piece of shit in. See whether or not that improves the bloody... That's right. That's too loud now. There you go. That's better though, right? Okay, good. Thank you. Fuck my old boots. Anyway, guys, this is no more of a shambles than the rest of civilization, but it is coffee and memes. Hiya.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that, it puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Hooray, fucking ray. The camera's gone again. So that's... Oh, there, no, back, black. Back, then black. Black, then back. 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 Now black. Black. Back. Black. Back. There you go. Back. Back in black. As the pop band ABBA used to sing famously on their rock and roll tours. Look, guys... I don't know what we're doing here. Dimmy says she's eating a croissant and she can give an update on the French situation. I don't know where James Budd, Northern correspondent, is to give us an update on whether or not people in the North have actually started listening to the government guidelines. Yeah. There does seem to be like a really big... people on social media, people on, on the internet, I don't know if you've ever seen them, they're gagging for a bit of fascism right now. They are absolutely gagging for some authoritarianism in this country. Like I thought we'd elected a fascist government, but as it turns out, they seem somewhat impotent when it comes to gumboots on the fucking streets. You would have thought the way people were carrying on, that it would only be minutes before they were rolling out the tanks and, installing martial law and putting a man with a machine gun on, on every corner to make sure that everyone complied. But, there's never been a time where people, particularly in this country, are just going, please, roll out the tanks. Please, it's time for the army now. Take my liberties and my rights, please. I am not capable of autonomous decisions. I'll just go to the park. Please, unless it's at gunpoint, I won't be able to stop going within 2 meters of people. I can't be trusted unless there's a bullet at the other end of the request. It's pathetic. Come on, guys. Seriously. Is that... Apparently people in Cornwall and in Scotland are getting wound up that people have been sort of fleeing to the more remote areas of those regions to hide out. And in fact, what were good hiding places are now no longer good hiding places because all the fuckers from London have come there and now it's a game of sardines. It's pathetic. I for one, won't stand for it. Right, that's lower. That's probably better, isn't it? There's a real... I don't know why I say that with any sort of hint of surprise, but there is... but effectively now no news left that is not about the Rona. I'm going to have to go back, basically. Going to have to go back to the beginning of the month to catch up on stories like Pornhub, very excited to release its first non-adult film. And real estate broker quits her job to become £500 an hour dominatrix. These real estate broker no longer has a job anyway now. So why not? Might as well become a 500 per hour dominatrix because probably these GIMP outfits that she's got are probably a decent enough prevention of the Rona. I mean, if you got a gag ball in your mouth, yeah, you got a gag ball in your mouth and all your other holes filled up. I mean, as long as you don't suffocate. I think you're probably pretty good to get led round on a chain. I mean, obviously, it's not, dominatrix is not known for their ability to social distance. Maybe she could just a longer whip, a longer stick. Might be the only option. Sad news. Harvey Weinstein has contracted the Rona. Hashtag pray for Harvey. Get well soon, mate. Sad. I mean, it's God. What a rough time he's had recently, First, he had that. Did he have a heart attack or something? Now he's got to walk with the, firstly, all these, people being so mean to him online, and losing work in the way that he has, which is not fair for rich people. They shouldn't have to. The rich shouldn't have to suffer like that. I think we can all agree on that. Is there? I just want to know, like, is there something that we can all do collectively that will ensure that the rich get through this? The really, you know, we really make sure that the rich are going to be okay. And is there somewhere that we can donate to make sure that they really definitely do have enough money to get through? That maybe, you know, that behind the gated communities, behind the locked doors, in the sealed panic rooms, just to make sure that they are okay. You know, guys, if we could all pull together, because this is a time, isn't it, when we can put our political differences aside. You know, we can put our political differences aside and just really come together to make sure that the elite of this world, you know, the real shape-shifting lizards, for the interdimensional infant blood-drinking shape-shifting lizards from outer space, really make sure that they're all right. You know, the Bush families of this world, you know, the Clintons, the Epstein types, to really just make sure that have you got enough islands? Have you got enough private islands? Would you be all right? Has your private jet been sanitized? Please, could we, you know, I'll donate my last remaining, you know, pot of Carex, you know, last remaining pots of hand sanitizer. Send them off to the Lolita Express. Make sure, you know, they can wipe down the butt plugs or whatever they've got in there, the communal fists. Anyway, real estate broker quits her job to become £500 per hour dominatrix. God bless her. She looks like she's having a good time. Tom Hanks encourages people to self-isolate and says he's now feeling better. Okay. I mean, Tom Hanks, not bad. I mean, he survived AIDS, survived desert island. You know, I guess he's used to self-isolating. That's a hacky gag that's already been done to death online. And has now survived, it seems like he's survived the Rona. What's his secret, eh? What's his fucking secret? Did he catch it off Weinstein? What's going on, eh? And Michel Barnier has tested positive, one of the, you know, big negotiators of the EU. I wonder what Juncker and Tusk have to say about Michel Barnier catching the Rona. Are they self-isolating now? Are they keeping their social distance? Is the entire EU keeping its social distance from the UK now? Who knows? Who knows? Is the camera gone again? I wouldn't be surprised. No, it's still there. Wow. I mean, incredible times. Incredible scenes. Look, real estate broker quits her job to become £500 an hour dominatrix. Why not, guys? Why not? Look, let's have a look at the throwers. Let's see what's coming down the pike in terms of, because, you know, it's not like people have got enough all else to do. Might as well make some throwers. Oh, man. Where are we? Come on, guys. Come on, it's around here. There were some bits. Was there a new carousel cannibal project bit? Oh, new Tom Finster. Our fears won't save us. Well, that seems like an appropriate title for a record these days. Let's give it a whirl. It's Big Tommy Finster. And the track is called You're All Fucked and You're Going to Hell and It's Nothing Short of What You Deserve. Which is, all right, yeah, fair enough. Hard to argue with that, I guess. Did someone say there was new audio? Of now, luckily, after the government bailout, I've managed to bring Snips back on because he's PAYE. I'm self-employed, so I'm fucked, but he's PAYE, so he's now going to get 80% of fuck all that he was getting paid before, which is fine. The chat box, the shout box in the app is live, guys. If anyone wants to send an anonymous message, either abuse, threats, or otherwise, you're welcome to. It doesn't affect your statutory rights, nor does it affect your Second Amendment rights. So shut up. Bit of fun to see that the gun shops in America are all have queues around the block. I don't know whether or not you can shoot coronavirus. Worth a try. Seems like as good an option as any right now. But it is more likely that you will shoot your neighbour, I guess is what they're sort of preparing for, if people begin to sort of turn rabid, and the inevitable looting, highfalutin, rootin' tootin' boot scootin', that of course can happen in America in trying times. And then I guess you're just going to have to start shooting, aren't you? You're just going to have to start blasting. You can see what happens. I mean, I wonder whether or not the Rona will be able to take more people in America than just sort of just get shot naturally. Just some natural, like natural shooting deaths that they have in America. Would it be able to in any way, raise a torch, raise a light to that, raise on debt. Anyway, real estate broker quits their job to become a £500 per hour dominatrix. DJ Gov immediately in the chat says, got my new toilet paper and pasta cookbook in stores now. It's DJ Gov, the inventor of the toilet roll. He says that it is actually paper on the inside. That the papers should be on the wall side, not on the outside. Then you pull from underneath. Yeah, not from over the top. He invented it. He should know. Guys, real estate broker quits job, £500 an hour dominatrix. Chrissy Teigen says she's got a massive vag after giving birth. This is good. This is useful news. I mean, I'm glad this, I guess, is non-corona related. Chrissy Teigen has explained the pain she went through giving birth to a daughter. She says, a vag asshole. She said it's left her with something called a vag asshole. Wow, Jesus Christ. Says my vag was ripped to my a-hole giving birth. Now I have a vag hole. Fuck your swab pain. Okay. Well, thanks. That's cool. She's having a go at Trump. Is this all Trump related? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. What's the latest in America? Like, have they rolled out the tanks yet? Is there anyone in the chat listening from America? Are the boots on the street yet? Are the AK-47? Are the AR-15s in the hands of the government yet? Are they looking to take some rights? I was listening to Tim Dillon podcast the other day, and it's like, in situations like this, no government ever comes out of a situation like this with less power. Just have a little think about that. Like, do you think we could just? Would it be nice if people would just do what they're told, so that we don't have to have the martial law, so that we don't have to have the boots on the streets? I've seen pictures the other day. Like, it's like, okay, guys, everyone really stay indoors. But if you do need to go out and get some fresh air, you can go out and get some fresh air. Just be 2 meters apart. I went to walk the dog. The dog has to be walked. Yeah, I don't come into contact with anyone. I've never seen the beach busier. It's like fucking spring break down on Hove Beach. Yeah, people are doing that thing where you get a mouthful of drink and then you spit it into the mouth of the next person. They spit it into doing that one. They're eating ass. In New York, New York Health Authority have officially released a document saying that the eating of ass may spread corona. So that is rough. You know, that could be the real nail in the coffin for millennials. You know, and the millennials have had more anxiety about this than anybody, and now we know why. You know, they can feel it coming. Like when rats flee a ship, or when animals sort of flee an area, you know something fucked's about to happen. So millennials are getting shook. I know millennials get shook easily, but millennials are getting shook. And why? Because they're banning ass eating. It's fucking rough, man. Anyway, David Bowie in the chat says, glad I'm not alive to watch this shit unfolding. Nate, wasn't 2016 an easier time? All we had to worry about was dead celebs. Now, dead celebs will frankly be like a welcome break from the madness. Dreadful. People are coming in on the Dimmy is like itching to chat. Clearly, what I think she is trying to say is, Rankin, what you're currently putting out is of no value. Get me on the horn. James Budd, Northern Reporter, is standing by. So we need reporters in other areas. We have a reporter in France. We've got a reporter in the north. I would ideally like a US reporter, German reporter. Ria Lakim, I know you're in Germany. Merck can report from Estonia. Come on, guys. Look, anyone in Australia? Paulie Hutton, he's in Australia. He claims Australia exists. Are you there, Paulie? Come on, Paulie. Now's your time to shine, Paulie. Paulie boy. Put down the gun, Paulie. That's enough. Come on, Paulie. Anyway, okay. Well, Demi's dead keen to chat, so let's get her on the horn. See what action that yields. Dimothy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright, yeah.
There's an echo.
I've turned it off.
That's very decent of you. That's another thing that people shout when Skype starts going, no, I can hear myself. No, I can hear. No, hold on.
I messed it up the first time, didn't I? I totally wasn't prepared.
That's just the kind of 2-bit reporting I would expect from Threshold.fm.
Totally.
Are you well? Are you happy? Are you in rude health?
You know what? I've got a bit of hay fever, but other than that, I'm all good.
That sounds like the Rona.
No, I don't think it is the Rona, but I am sitting outside in the sunshine.
Right.
The village, the town square is completely empty except for pigeons. They're taking over.
No, yeah. Well, something that is also going to be interesting is what's going to now be the natural diet of the seagull. Now that chips are no longer available for them, they're going to start eating. They're going to start creeping in. Like when there's something happens to like the wolves' food supply, then they start creeping in towards the towns or the bears. You know, the seagulls are going to start. I don't know. They're going to start trying to get into houses and start nicking stuff.
I reckon those urban foxes are going to get well into your rubbish now as well. Yeah,
well, I mean, his life's going to be much the same. I don't know. Maybe the seagulls will start eating the urban foxes. I've seen a seagull eat a pigeon.
They are brazen.
That was a dark day. It just went down. Yeah, kittens, small dogs, it's children.
Yeah, anything's fair game now. Honestly, they're going to be starving.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. No more ice creams for them.
No.
How is the authoritarian lockdown of France?
So, in the last couple of days, there's been, as far as I'm aware anyway, the local Mary, the town hall, has announced that there's, I think, 8 cases in the local hospital.
Right. How far is that from you?
The local hospital is about 500 metres from me.
Cool. Okay. Well, I hope you're wearing a mask.
No. I live in the centre of town, but it is quiet here. There's only like 20,000 people in this town. And there's like 750,000 in the entire valley, so it's pretty remote. But I have been told that the army is doing a full rollout today.
Woohoo! That's what. So
I'm really
want.
excited to see that.
Wow! So what are they going to do? Just come in and start knocking people about, kicking down doors, beating people up in their own homes?
I mean, I wish it was that, but I don't think it's going to be that.
That's a shame.
I'm told that so. Where I am, right, the town is at the bottom of the valley, and then up the sides of the valley on one side is the ski resort where I've been snowboarding, and there's lots of little towns just dotted over the hillsides, because the French love to put a village in the middle of fucking nowhere, and so people from those little villages are basically just going around their normal everyday life. You know, they'll be going and seeing grandma or whatever. So I'm thinking that this army is going to roll in and they're going to stop all these people from doing their normal life in these tiny little towns.
Yep.
Which makes sense, doesn't it?
Guess so. Yeah. I mean, you're less inclined to leave the house if there's a man with a gun outside.
Yeah, I mean, they do like a good semi-automatic rifle over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, what are the gun laws in France? Are you allowed to have normal? Are you allowed to have a rifle or a shotgun?
So this town is the first sort of major town after the Italian border in the summertime. So in spring, when the snow starts disappearing from the mountain pass into the road into Italy, the douane, the customs police and whatnot, they roll in en masse. And so they all have guns, all of them. And you see them rolling around in sort of groups of 10, like that's needed.
Right.
Like, you know, the Italians are going to come over the border and steal the bread or something.
Well, they might do, you know. They get hungry. Again, it's like when the wolves' food source goes, you know, if it happens to the eye ties, you know, they start getting itchy, you know, giving it when the Dolmio runs out, you know.
Mate, I genuinely believe that there's going to be some sort of black market with pasta and bread exchanging.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm actually reasonably concerned as we are actually down to, I think we have about 2, maybe 3 rolls of toilet paper left. So,
dicey.
Well, it is rather. I'm being sparing, you know. I'm being sparing. I'm trying to save it all up for once, you know, rather than utilising many throughout the day.
You probably want to take some what is it? The one that stuffs you up. Imodium.
Imodium, yeah. I mean, I'm full of shit as it is. I don't need that contributing to it. Come on, guys! Fucking, there's a pandemic on. Cut me some slack.
In all seriousness, there's plenty of loo roll in the shops over here. I could totally send you a 4-pack.
Well, it might come to that, you know. I don't know how quickly it'll get
I'll take
over.
what is.
You know. I don't know. Is it really going to involve me queuing outside early in the morning? Like, you know what? Goddamn Trickstar. Oh shit! I'm letting the cat out the bag now. Trickstar had a massive delivery of bog rolls about a week or so ago.
You should totally get down the office and leave some of them
down there with a rucksack and then start selling them down on the beach. Jesus, nobody
need to do that.
Nobody go and burgle Trickstar. Do not burgle. Goddamn, Jesus Christ. Hey, we might be able to,
awesome.
Might be able to get 20 on the horn, actually. Right, thank you for that, Dimmy. I'm going to move on to our northern correspondent, James Budd.
Correct. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, ta-ra. Right, northern correspondent, James Arthur Craig David Budd. James Budd, please give me good news.
What sort of well, it depends what you mean by good.
Does anyone have a coat on?
Well, right. Let me turn this echo down. Right, okay, right. Calm yourself. How are things at your end?
Well, do you want the short answer or the long answer?
We've got a half hour to fill, but no. Right, let's get a little scope from Brighton first. What's happening on the beautiful middle class seaside town of Brighton?
No, nobody is listening to the government. I mean, I went out with the dog this morning, and it was actually a little bit emptier than normal, and there were people walking along the promenade with masks on. So that's something, I guess.
So on our side, I had to drive to Newcastle the other day, Saturday, and I'm now starting to get a little bit worried.
Right.
Because Newcastle was the deadest I've ever fucking seen it. Eerily so. I drove to Newcastle seeing... Usually I'd be stuck in traffic end to end, and I saw a lot of fresh road. Drove past the Angel, there was no one there. Drove past a Greggs that didn't have a line of people outside of it.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that's how you know it's real, isn't it?
I thought that I could get it across to you. That's the only real terms I could get it across where you recognise the severity of things. Shit's really hit the fan.
Wow. I mean, the Greggs aren't closed, I guess.
No. Greg's aren't closed. My mates are still doing triple overtime at EE because EE have classed themselves as an essential business.
What, in the call centre, collecting debts or something?
Making sales. This is actually on sales.
Right, okay, get in. Shit, God, you got to sling SIM cards, haven't you?
Because everybody knows that in these trying times, what you really need is that new iPhone 11 upgrade.
Damn right. Fucking hell, yeah. You can't go to the grave with that fucking Android, can you? That's a nut.
But it's hit the fan. Like, old people are staying inside. We're getting bombarded with emails from all the stores around here, basically saying don't come in unless it's ultimately necessary. It's I don't know. It's a bit worrying now. It's a really bit worrying because I didn't expect our sort of areas to go like this, but it's starting to be one camp or the other. Still, the really defiant who daren't listen, or the really old who will not go outside now.
Right. Have Wetherspoons shut? I mean, there are Wetherspoons here. I just haven't walked
I don't know if
past
Spoons
any.
has, but I think Spoons may have. But there's still pubs in the town that are open because obviously we've got.
Because it's not the law yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's going to be the next. We're expecting the next week, from what we've been told, that's going to start getting put in place a little bit firmer. But again, mate, we've got such a small police force that police is a massive area, so I don't know how the fuck that's going to happen.
Right, well, I've got to the Daily Star here. This is from from a couple of days ago, actually. I mean, this is where you would get your Wetherspoons news from, obviously. Yes. Wetherspoons boss Tim Martin said closing pubs, bars and restaurants will not stop Corona, but the chain will now shut its doors across the UK. I would not expect anything but a contrarian opinion from him.
Mate, he's a fucking... Oh!
His booze is cheap, though. You can't knock him on the prices.
He's the definition of, like, what's wrong with capitalism. Like, I could understand if he was staying open because they knocked out such a quality service that it was unrivaled and couldn't be gotten elsewhere. But for fuck's sake, I can cook bacon better, I can cook hash browns better, and Jesus Christ, you can pour a better pint from a can. So why the fuck does he need to be open?
Well, I don't. Well, should he not be like more concerned about this, being that his target demographic is the same demographic that is most at risk?
All of them. It's not just the old. If you think, have you ever been to Wetherspoons and come across someone that wasn't either old, fat, or a smoker? Yeah,
the infirm, the frail, the needy. You know, the just people you don't want around.
They all have respiratory problems. They're all what we could class as mouth breathers.
Yeah, from here and fucking wheezing into their $2.99 pints.
You can hear them from the bar, and they're at the toilet, which we all know in a Wetherspoons is a good 3-4 miles away.
That's why I voted to leave.
But we'll get their blue passports.
We just want to fish our own waters. Jesus,
if Diana was back, this wouldn't have happened.
The people's princess. Oh, bless him. No, I've just realised that I never, how, I don't know, but I never turn to the Daily Star for news when I should. That should be my first source of news.
Well, it's more long-standing than the Metro or, say, Lad Bible, but I still feel it was delivering the same sort of news before them.
Yeah, man. But why have I been going to the Monkey all this time when I should go straight to the organ grinder?
They've been doing it for longer. They know what they're doing.
They've been in this racket since day.
The OGs of the worst of tabloids.
Yeah. The coronavirus crisis leaves Brits at risk of porn eye. Condition, experts warn. Is that like being boss-eyed or I decided when he put it fuck-eyed, I think was the politically correct term he used the other day. Optical expert Tom Broughton has urged Brits to give themselves a break from their phones and laptops as they self-isolate during the coronavirus or risk developing porn eye.
Is that different to going blind? From obviously doing too much of the old 5-finger shuffle.
Well, maybe that's where it actually comes from. It's not an old wives' tale. It's rock solid science. You know.
There will be a peer-reviewed study in a few days saying it is science, but all the experts will be gender studies.
Yeah, right, that's it. Yeah, so they work at Subway. No, they don't have jobs. Sorry.
No, they're still at work at Wetherspoons right now.
Gender studies students should be considered key workers. They need to get back into the lecture hall and work out what it was about the patriarchy that has caused this.
It's the top. As we all know, the top most needed professions at this time are gender studies students, live stream DJs, and also those who police the online threads.
Yeah, forum moderators.
Boom! There we go.
The sad reality is now really the only viable career path is YouTuber
or OnlyFans.
Yeah, fuck man, OnlyFans accounts must have gone through the roof.
I still have no followers on my Sweets on Feet account that I started about a month ago.
What's it? Literally just that, Haribo's on your feet.
And I've uploaded one picture so far, and it was 3 packets of strawberry laces over my feet and in between my toes.
Wow. I might get on it. Is it for gay lads as well, or is it just pictures of
I'll
women?
be honest, mate. It's what you want it to be. If you want it to be,
wow, it's just a platform, man. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want just nice pictures to look at, like you'd have an account full of dogs, then it can be that.
Seriously.
If you want something to get your porn eye to, it could be that. Basically, I'm leaving it open to interpretation. I'm just putting a blank canvas out there for you to then turn into your Matisse.
Maybe I could start like a modular synth one or something like with it. Yeah, you know. But come on, they're on there to look at pictures of a big rack, aren't they? Come on, shut up! It's a global pandemic. Give me a chance.
Please do. Please start putting pictures of synths with no body part in, just synths and snips.
Could I get a small chicken, a little chick, and then it could be chicks with big racks, maybe? Just come on,
chicks with knobs.
Yeah. I could eat. Oh, I don't know. And then I could do it like a
Be careful.
I could turn it into a Chinese wet market and just bite the heads off the live chicks.
No. Something about the Chinese wet market. I'll have to send you the article, right? There's a Wikipedia article on the Wuhan Chinese wet market, and it lists loads of things that are on there. So you've got like lizards, koalas, all that shit, and then hidden in the list is Emmental cheese.
Wait, what?
Swear to God, Wuhan wet market. If you bring up, there's like a Wikipedia article for the Wuhan wet market,
right?
And the list of animals. It says it gives you all these list of exotic animals, and in that list is Emmental cheese.
Is a cheese an animal? I mean, you could make the argument that a cheese is an animal.
It's not just that, mate. I can't even get Emmental cheese at my local shop, but you can get it in a Wuhan wet market.
Fucking hell, yeah. I'll have the Emmental cheese. I'll have 2 seagull beaks.
And a pangolin.
A badger dick. And, and what was that giant crocodile that used to be around in the dinosaur times? So probably got one of them.
Megalodon.
Yeah, one of those cunts.
Have you ever seen the B-movie horror movies with the Megalodon?
I've seen the posters for them. I've not actually seen. Do you need to see the film? I don't know.
They are amazing. I went through a period at uni where I only watched B movies because the entertainers to no end, and they are some fantastic pieces of cinema.
Yeah, well, it might be all we've got left soon enough.
You're going to be turning them at some point, and I'm glad that I'm not as glad that I don't get to discover them now. I've discovered them early, and I just have to rewatch them.
Well, could be worse. Could be worse. Right, James Budd, Northern correspondent. I'm going to move over to. We have an opportunity for an Australian correspondent now.
Oh, before I go, obviously, hello everyone, but also your archives are updated.
I saw that, and you managed to do it without all by yourself.
I haven't messed anything up, have I?
No, I checked it on. It was all very, very good. I'm very impressed. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. The rest will go up today.
You're a very clever boy.
Right, I'll piss off now. I'll see you later.
Oh, I'll see you later, mate. Bye.
Bye.
James Budd there, Northern correspondent. He'll be back with his own show tomorrow at 9 a.m, the Jimmy Budd Experience. And now we have an opportunity to go to Paulie Hutton, Australian correspondent. I don't know where he is in the real world because, as we know, Australia not real. Okay. I'm going to give it... Paulie!
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, there he is. Okay, this is the example of the real Australian accent that he was promising.
Yes, it is.
How
'Cause
are
yours is
you?
absolutely shit, mate.
Shut up. Mine is second to none. I think anyone who has ever been to Australia will agree that it is undoubtedly one of the best, if not the best. All right.
I've heard people go, shit, have a better accent, mate. I'm sorry.
Right, okay. Well, fine. Well, I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. How is it going? You're no longer on fire, but you are now quarantined.
Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. They've closed down all the clubs and pubs and restaurants and stuff, so I'm out of work, which
Right.
is a lot of fun. My wife lost her job last night, so that's awesome as well.
Great. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is
Will,
Big-
let me be.
Is big
Sorry, just wanted something.
Big Scotty Morrison going to give you a bailout? Is he going to come round, stick a bundle of fivers in your hand, anything like that?
You know what? It's kind of funny. You watch all the stuff that's on, and it's bloody depressing. So you end up just turning it off and ignoring the fucker. It looks like we might get a bit of a bailout. Like some of the small businesses are going to get a bit of money, and that money's supposed to go to help pay people's wages and whatnot. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. It's all very up in the air at the moment.
Yeah,
So,
well, this is...
it looks like you guys are doing a lot better job of it than we are.
Yeah, unless you're self-employed, then so far well, they've said that they would up the statutory sick pay, which means that if you were sick, you would get a whole £400 a month, which I believe is enough to do almost nothing with. So that's fine, I guess. But luckily, Jeremy Corbyn is getting on the case, and he's going to be fighting for the rights of the self-employed. You may know Jeremy Corbyn. He's very good at losing elections. So hopefully he's better at putting some pressure on Bojo to actually do something for self-employed people. You never know your luck. Yeah, you never know your luck.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Australia are you?
Perth.
Perth. Okay, so you're in the most isolated place in the entire world.
Yep.
Okay, and how many cases of the Rona have you got?
Last update was earlier today, and they said we got 141.
Okay, that's too many. You should not have any. You're the most isolated place on Earth. Yeah. Go
I know.
Go and get rid of them. Stamp it out. Use the North Korea technique if you must.
Well, it's getting to that stage. We just had another cruise liner rock up in Fremantle,
and
everyone wants to get off.
Yeah, bet they fucking do.
And party in Fremantle and whatnot.
Sink it.
And yeah, that's the plan. They should get get one of the Royal Navy ships out there and just sort it out right now.
God, is there anything worse than a bloody cruise liner? It's like, because it's like a big floating country. It's like a kind of it's like live action role players as colonialism. You just rock up at some developing country, get off, and just like, hello, we're here now. Don't worry, the white man is here. Well, have you got any tats we could buy? You know, maybe we'll throw a few white fivers your way. And then, no, we wouldn't want to live here, but nice to visit. Goodbye.
Goodbye, you smell a little.
Yes, queer culture. A lot of them are, no need to go back, but interesting to see, certainly. Interesting.
I have to admit, that was pretty much my experience last time I was down in Fremantle and a boat docked there.
They just come off
Everyone
and
just
look
kind
at
of
you
looked
strange.
Are you one of the locals?
Bless. Are you an Aborigine fellow?
And then you say, yeah, give me money.
Yeah, come on, cash. Give me the cash. Maybe that, cash now. Oh, look, we have an opportunity for a German correspondent here. Real Akeem is now on Skype. He says, streaming new account have set. Okay, he's all done. Right, Paulie, I'm leaving you there. I'm moving on to Germany. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service.
All right, thank you very much, man. I'll speak to you later.
Love you. Bye. Okay, let's go. Let's try and tap into Germany. They've banned all gatherings above 2 people. God, I fear he might have perished. Okay, our German correspondent, I believe, has possibly perished. Please press F to pay respects. Guys, look, let's play another bit. There's a few. There's that Mephius and Break bit. They've done a commentary on it. I don't know if it'd be Brexit. Oh, he's calling back. Okay. Real Hakeem.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, late, man. Sorry.
Are you okay?
I am. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, well, all things considered, not bad.
Good. Yeah, they banned anything here in my area. I'm close to Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
Gatherings, maximum 2 people.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's enough for a fight, I guess, but no more than that.
No, but it's like a 1.5 meter distance you have to keep, so you just might yell at each other.
Okay, I guess you could use sticks. Or
Yeah.
They've quarantined Merkel, am I right?
Yeah, she was visiting a doc who was diagnosed a few days later.
Right, yeah, that's rough. Are you sure she wasn't visiting Harvey Weinstein? Could have been.
Yeah, could have been.
I don't know. He had a lot of fame, a lot of powerful political friends. I wouldn't be surprised if Merkel was on that list.
Yeah.
How long have
I
they?
wouldn't be either.
How long have they given a time span on the 2-person limit?
2 weeks now.
Right. Wow. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is. The families are allowed.
Yeah,
and
families
you can
allowed.
go out to buy stuff and do sports. But if there's 3 people, the cops will come over and like, why are you doing that?
Rough you up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a distance, of course.
What about like the trans family? Does that count as a family?
Since it's like 2 people in Germany, I think maybe.
Okay. All right. What if you were part of like a gang or something, and you sort of like in Sons of Anarchy, they're always referring to themselves as like, come on, we're a family, yeah? They're not actually blood relatives. Some of them are, but not all of them. Would that count? Is there?
I don't think so.
Is there a document or anything? Because I know that. I mean, they like a bit of admin in Germany. Is there nothing explaining it? What constitutes families? What about when you're a kid and there'd be some dude that would come round when just your mum was there and you were supposed to call him your uncle, but he wasn't actually a family member. Is that that?
I think that would count. Yeah, his family.
Yeah, his family. He sleeps in the same bed. It's okay.
That counts.
Oh God. There's people are discussing in the chat. There's a possible. Well, I mean, I guess a lot of festivals are going to get cancelled now, so it is possible that we might not get to see Kenny Ken back to back with Kenny Ken just yet.
Oh, that's tragic.
It's not good, is it? That's the real tragedy of this whole pandemic, isn't it? I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, fuck the toilet paper shortage.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Also, we're supposed to have Bocca's show, Breakbeats, Bootlegs, and Bastards up next, but the link he sent me doesn't have a download, and he's not responding to my messages, so it's going to be an old show. That's another tragic
another
side
downer
effect.
on a Monday morning.
Yeah,
that's great.
Not what people need, is it? I'm supposed to be lifting people's spirits with this, with my sort of doomsday predictions. I'm going to be honest. I know I've been saying that I'm looking forward to the end times for the last year or so on the show, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect them to be this boring. Like,
Yeah, it kind of is. I wished
fire.
for the zombies, and there's also memes around now for like people with sticks poking Corona, labeled with come on, make zombies.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, I would have expected more fire, like fire from the sky, that sort of thing. But no.
And people with pitchforks going for toilet paper or something.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe that's just something we have to look forward to.
Yeah, give it 2 weeks or something.
Yeah,
we will see.
You're right. I'm jumping the gun a bit, aren't I? I'm impatient for it, I guess.
Same. I mean, the US passed us in cases just on the weekend. Like, they skyrocket right now.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Keen. They've always got to do one. They've always got to one up everyone else, haven't they? They've always got to be bigger and bigger and better.
USA.
Yeah,
it's great.
There were some nice videos of the kids down at spring break, doing what kids at spring break do, saying, "Wow, not really worried about it. It don't really affect young people." Okay, guys. Okay.
Let's go lick some doorknobs and toilet seats. Why not?
Yeah. There's a fun video going around of a guy licking lots of stuff in a supermarket, filming himself licking lots of things in a supermarket. It's made a few people upset.
It's Darwinism at work. Just don't disturb it.
Yeah. Well, bless them. Right, I'm gonna leave you there. I'll get back to you in a few days, see how the situation has changed.
Yeah, see you. Take care.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Right, Mr. Our German correspondent, Real Hakeem there. Not allowed to go near fucking anybody at all. Right, look, let's have one more bit, and then I guess it will be time for last week's Brawlers, Bootlegs, Bastards, and Buggers. New Document 1. I know they get a lot of airtime on this show, but it's my show. No one can take that away from me. It's called Like This, off their new Anamorphic EP on Shogun Audio. No, Squiff rightly pointing out Mad Max wasn't built in a day. No, you're right.
This thing we get, man, make no mistake, it's all about humanity. I believe some brothers and sisters, you see, man, they forgot the purpose.
These are the readings you collect. Radiation level reached 5 Roentgen. Temperature down to -11 in 8 seconds. Vibrations up to 12,000 cycles. I'm in touch with technological advances pretty well everywhere. And I can tell you that no one has produced anything like this.
This is Document 1 with their new record Like This, now on Shogun Audio.
These are the readings you collect. Radiation level reached 5 Roentgen. Temperature down to -11 in 8 seconds. Vibrations up to 12,000 cycles. I'm in touch with technological advances pretty well everywhere. And I can tell you that no one has produced anything like this.
Lovely bit of gear. Document 1 Like This. man. Right, guys. I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Coming up now, your boy, Bocca Haram. Let the kids go, Bocca. Come on. Bring our girls home. With breakbeats, bootlegs, and belters for an hour. And then there is Parallax's Scratch Show, a sort of water testing, toe dipping show that he does on a Monday night, which is full of all manner of madness. But I will be back tomorrow. Jimmy Budd will be back tomorrow at 9. I'll be on at 10. Parallax on at 11. Guys, there's so much to stay alive for. Do us all a favour. Don't leave the house. Okay, guys. Look, I love you very much. And I want you to be happy and healthy and safe and sexy. Mainly sexy. But if you can do the others as well, that would be great. Okay, bye.